So what's up, guys? It's Miles back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the art of peer pressure. I feel like this video is extremely important. You know, I feel like when people talk about peer pressure, you know, we hear it all the time. We hear it as young kids, right? But it kind of just goes in one ear and out the other. People don't actually, we hear it, but we don't understand it and we don't apply it. So in this video, I'm going to give you some valid points to why this is important and why you should choose your friends and people that you hang around very carefully, right? Because there's a lot of benefits to this as well, but there is some horrible consequences if you violate groupthink or people that you choose. So let's get it right into this. Point number one, we are all social creatures, right? No person on this earth, everybody on this earth is social. Even if you're an introvert, I don't want to hear it. I'm an introvert too. I need to have my alone time more than I need to have with group around others, right? But at the same time, I cannot survive. I still need that validation. I still need other people to talk to, right? So subpoint A, point number one, history, okay? How does history apply to us being social creatures, right? Well, if you go back to ancient times or whatever, right? Whenever we were facing the mammoths and the dinosaurs and saber-toothed tigers and all this stuff, we could not survive if we did not work together. There's no, we're as human beings, we're extremely smart, but we can't beat a tiger. We can't beat a mammoth one-on-one in a fist fight. That's just not going to happen. Right? So we got to use our brains together to defeat this dinosaur. This is where this is hardwired into us, right? This is our animalistic nature. Subpoint B, we all need validation, right? Like I said earlier, I think the Nazis back in World War II, I think they had an interesting study on this. You know, they did an experiment on babies. They gave babies literally, this is a horrible experiment by the way, but they found out some critical information about human beings. You can give a baby food, water, clothes, wash it. But if you do not give that baby attention, that baby will die. That is extremely important. So guys, without validation, you will die. Seriously, we need validation from everybody. I don't want to hear that. I know y'all think y'all Superman and Superwoman. Y'all don't need nobody. Y'all the strongest person walking the earth. It's BS. All right, so I got an article pulled up. It's called Groupthink. This is very important information right here. This is Psychology Today. I'll link this in the description below so y'all can fact check it. So groupthink is a phenomenon that occurs when a group of well-intentioned people make irrational and non-optimal decisions spurred by the urge to conform or the belief that dissent is impossible. The problematic or premature consensus that is characteristic of groupthink may be fueled by a particular agenda, or may be due to group members valuing harmony and coherence above critical thought. Now, that is eye-opening, and we're going to come back to this article too, and after we get done with point two. So let's go into it, right? Point two, the pros and cons of peer pressure, groupthink, having a social circle. Right, well first the pros are obvious, right? If you choose the right people, you're going to have accountability, right? So, and you're going to learn a hell of a lot faster when you have accountability, right? See, if you're paying a trainer, right, let's just say this. You're an overweight person and you're in a circle group of people that are like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're just built. Well, you're going to want to come up to their level. You don't want to be left out and ostracized from the group. So you're going to be like, hey, guys, teach me how to get this workout. Next thing you know, you're going to be looking just as good as they are, right? So you have accountability, right? And then on top of that, if you're missing workouts, you have somebody to be like, hey, man, get in the gym with us right now. There's no mistakes, no excuses, no nothing. We're going to get this workout in, right? That's just one example, but people tend to get that example a lot faster. Subpoint number two, pressure to be ostracized from the group. I kind of went into this on the subpoint A, right? But like if you're broke, and you're in a group of rich people, those rich people are not going to keep hanging around you if you don't come up to their level. They're going to find another rich friend so to complete their mastermind group, right? Third, someone to vent to, someone that understands you. That's pretty straightforward. You have somebody to talk to, somebody that understands you on your level, everything that you're going through. You have a close friend. Lastly, you form good habits, right? If you choose the right people, those good habits are going to brush off on you. There is no way around that, right? And I said learn faster, and I said that a little bit earlier, but when they talk about this, I think Napoleon Hill talks about this, if I'm not mistaken. The mastermind group is extremely powerful. If everybody's on the same accord, thinking the same thoughts in harmony, they want the same things out of life and success. When it comes to success, there's literally nothing that can stop you. Like, you're invincible, right? So form your mastermind group if you haven't already. Cons. Now, this is extremely. Take it the other way. Pretty much take everything from the pros and turn it the other way. Right? Wrong people, bad habits right off the bat. All those bad habits are going to brush off on you. You're going to be shamed for doing the right thing, for doing the wrong thing, right? Or shamed into doing the wrong things, right? How many times have we been around people that we did stuff we know wasn't right, but because we were around a group of people that believed that doing that wrong thing was right, we did it because we didn't want to be ostracized from the group, right? We've all done it. I've done it. You've done it, right? How did that make you feel? You didn't feel nothing, right? 9 times out of 10, when you got in trouble, them friends didn't stick up for you, right? Subpoint C. Emotionally stressed if you know you're doing wrong, right? I kind of alluded to this in subpoint B, right? When you know you're doing something wrong, but you're in a group of people that like doing the wrong things, it completely screws up your mind and you're completely stressed out, right? It's like you're trapped. The only way to change that is to leave the group. There's no way around that. And I think this is subpoint D. This is probably the most important con. You don't develop the ability to think for yourself, right? And so I've been reading this book. I'm a big reader. I read Robert Greene. He's one of my favorite. He probably is my favorite author. If you haven't read this book, go read it. But on 405, he talks about this: avoid the downward pull of the group. So I'm going to read a quick paragraph real fast, and it's going to sum up what we're talking about, right? After all, we navigate through worlds full of sophisticated people in high-tech offices where everyone is seemingly so polite and civilized. We see ourselves in a similar way. We have progressive ideals in our independent thinking, but much of this is an illusion. If we looked at ourselves closely and honestly, we would have to admit that the moment we enter into our workplace or any group, we undergo a change. We easily slip into more primitive modes of thinking and behaving without realizing it. Wow. Just that paragraph. God, Robert Greene's deep. You need to go check him out. Just that paragraph alone. See, a lot of y'all think y'all are independent thinkers. A lot of y'all like, man, I'm the realist. I'm the man. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you go to work and you work with around people, those habits are brushing off on you, whether you know it or not. You go to church, those habits are brushing off on you, whether you know it or not. Family members, those habits are rubbing off on you, whether you know it or not. Right? We're instinctively supposed to think with the group, right? Let's go back to this article, Psychology Today. And it talks about what Robert Greene is talking about. Even in minor cases, groupthink triggers decisions that aren't ideal or that ignore critical information. In highly consequential domains like politics or the military, groupthink can have much worse consequences, leading groups to ignore ethics or morals, prioritize one specific goal while ignoring countless collateral consequences, or at worst, instigate death and destruction. Wow. 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 So groupthink is so powerful that you forget all morals, you forget all ethics. You just conform. You never develop your own train of thought. And that is the problem with today's world. A lot of you guys out there are not independently thinkers. Your religion was chosen for you. Your political group was chosen for you. You're not really a Democrat. You're just a Democrat because your mom. Your dad's a Democrat. You're not really a Republican. You're not really a Catholic, a Muslim, right? Did you study the other religions before you became a Christian? We're not going to get into that. That's a deep conversation that nobody wants to have. Right, so in conclusion, if you choose the right people, you're on the right path. But at the same time, it's very important to point out, if you have the wrong people, of course, you're going to be on the wrong path. But eventually, even if you're in a good group, you're going to have to get away temporarily and think for yourself. You're going to have to develop your own instincts and your own thinking patterns, right? So choose wisely, guys. Your life is literally depending on it. Literally. If you do not take this serious and you ignore all the stuff I just broke down, if you choose the wrong people, those habits are too strong for you to just constantly not break them. You have to literally pull yourself out of that group and get rid of them people, them friends, them family members, everything, in order for you to develop into the person that you need to be, right? Choose the right people, get away from the wrong people. And most importantly, get away from all people so you can develop your own way of thought. All right, guys, y'all have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Share it. See you on the next one. Have a good day.